I can't even begin to comprehend why you guys like this series. I've gotten so many messages, so many comments, Instagram messages, Twitter messages. My friends have Snapchatted me, my friends have called me, and all of you want a part two of this. And I can't even fathom why. It's so unsettling. But, anyways, let's just jump right into day two. Wait a second, where are we? This isn't. Oh geez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. These are some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say, okay, I do? Okay. Attractive, mysterious. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my seraphim. Okay, that being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. Look, I'm always full of rage. The key is knowing how to control your rage so that you can use it. I'm a master of self-control, and right now I'm using all the self-control I can muster because today was a disaster. Let's just say I didn't love it. That was funny. Laugh! I said laugh, damn it. Anyway, I'm planning to kill this idiot. Don't tell them though. I want to lead them on a little more. It'll make it that much better for me when they're screaming. Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really, invest in something that might hurt me, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how today goes. Or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who would love me if I can't love myself? I know that everyone thinks of me as a beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe? Okay, those are a choice for sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that has used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. You open your eyes, the sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, you know? And talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off right. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now's the... Never mind, he left. At least he brought me a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that! What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard, and he definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee, and I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you, yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise, the type of place you give a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to, not an eternal prison of pain. And please be sure to leave a review, it really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you, so can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land, I submerge those who defy me, and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something. Something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review if it was crafted with love and or that's the type of things you're into. You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent. And whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, is not easy to do. Sometimes there are small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of a creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh sure, they make some great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies, Jay-Z. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? I'm suspicious that there's not a no option. What an encouraging response! And we're so glad you're not suspicious. Hey, Claudette, maybe Jay-Z isn't suspicious because they figured out what we're actually doing here. 0 chance. They're still clicking, even right now, to see how you'll respond. I wish I wasn't. This game makes me so uncomfortable. Hey, look at that. Yeah, they don't know anything. It doesn't matter though, Jay-Z. We're so happy to hear you're having fun. I didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun, Jay-Z. Do you hear us? We're all having fun. I'm not. We do need to ask you one more question though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? No. No, I will not say. I said no. I said I wouldn't sign it. What? No, I will not say anything negative about this island. You have my word that I, Jay-Z, agree with the terms of this verbal contract. Perfect. Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes. Hey, Jay-Z, it's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining those beach bods. We're all half naked at a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. You take your plate and sit down thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you've experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. It looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I can't imagine you could make me any angrier today than you did yesterday, but I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated, anyone see where I left my cleaver? Just kidding. I always know where my cleaver is. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your Nope. Now Hunter stands up to talk about her feelings. Why are we doing this? At this point, anything could happen. I'm open to all the possibilities that this strange island has in store. I'm so confused. Let me guess, the trickster is going to show back up. How open-minded. Well, that surely must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast to... And just like that, here comes Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did. Or should I say I didn't? I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for familial revenge thing. And last night was no different, so in that case, it was exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done, though. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all, while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Ah, perfect. There he is. Take us home, Wraith. There may be something off about this island, but it's doing wonders for you. Like, you look well rested. Like you got some good sleep and, oh, good lord, never mind. He's so cute. And now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep them wanting more. You're getting good at this game, or, sexy true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Here are you addressing me? Well, yeah, I guess. That's okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. Ow. No, stick it in there. A little more. A little more. Oh, yeah, that's it, yes. Is Dwight getting pegged? How does that feel? Dwight's getting pegged. Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. You've got that right. I shouldn't be reading this out loud. Now I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Claudette. Just like that? Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two even do, whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh, wow, look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it! Oh, come on, a little privacy, please. Dwight is panting and Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here. and then I could hear you, well, you know what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing, I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like, fun. You think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab ourselves in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I guess he wasn't getting pegged in the traditional sense. I've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is in our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him? Dwight? Oh my god, Claudette, that's harsh! Holy. You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. Oh my god, that's harsh. That is brutal. She is... Oh no, poor Dwight. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up anyways. Good luck, JC. You're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmedy. Shut up. I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, you're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far, today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true, centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up sun in a heated pool. Today, you're on a date with you. Ooh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all. It's a trickster. Hey babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling? What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kind of lazy. What is that face? Why is he making that face? Whatever though, breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon, or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You seen my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I could give you a private show. Catch you around. His abs are pretty amazing, you gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat? Threatening, but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends. Just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking, it's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that that guy is gone, and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back, take some slow, deep breaths, and... Nope. Another shadow. These people will not leave me alone. Let's see who it is this time. Oh, it's Wraith. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy. Hi. Sorry if this is too forward, but do you want to get out of here? I know a place that's kind of, I mean, it's got, well, it's hard to explain. Actually, it's kind of weird. You know what? If you want to go somewhere else with someone else, I totally understand, but if you want to go see something weird and interesting, let me know, I guess. You've been around Wraith long enough to realize that this rambling speech was actually him being incredibly brave and asking you out. His little smile. But before you decide if you want to go off with the Wraith, the spirit interjects. Listen to that word vomit. It's like he truly doesn't even want you to say yes to him. Is anything he says real? Really? You should go off with me instead, because I'm not some kind of fake ghost pretending I don't like things. I'm a real ghost, and I hate everything. But not you. I'm not saying I like you, but, well, I could later, hypothetically. I know you like a challenge, so come get it. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that these are cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, and then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island really got me tilted. So, who will it be? My boy. I gotta go with Wraith. Wraith? Yes? I picked you. Sorry, I stopped paying attention, and then I thought I was hallucinating, and now, really? Yes, really. Cool. He's so cute. Here's my island hangout. This is what I call the Cosmic Dump. I know. It's one of those first draft gonna change it later names that just kind of sticks. Dump is being kind. It's a massive collection of seemingly ancient ruins that simultaneously appear to have been recently abandoned. And a little beat up. There are stone obelisks. I can't read. Remember, I'm stupid. Strange carvings, ritual tables. Is that a car? It's pretty weird. Like a collection of things from different, I don't know, places. You look around in awe, then look at Wraith, expecting more of an explanation. There's a very long, awkward pause. I'm gonna try and look cute. You dig your toe into the dirt, trying to be cute. Wraith is too busy averting his eyes and dying inside to notice. And after what seems like an eternity, Wraith finally manages an entire sentence. So, what brings you to the island? I have no idea. An honest answer. Wraith lights up, the most excited you've seen him. Me neither. And that's all he's got for you. This guy is a hard nut to crack. Wraith looks at you with his always sad puppy dog eyes, searching for something to say. Anything to talk about. He clears his throat. You remember my bell? I showed it to you yesterday? Wraith pulls it out. The bell, you purr. Context clues were there. I knew it was the bell. Well, I just think it's really nice he picked me to hang out with, and, Wraith gives it to you. He gave me his bell! The bell! He gives you the bell! Get your mind out of the gutter, jeez. The context clues! I want you to have it. Please take care of it. You know how much it means to me. I promise, I'll take such good care of it. This is the sweetest gift. It's actually adorable. Wait, can I ring it and become invisible now? I have a freaking cat hair stuck to my face somewhere. Wraith smiles, but even when smiling, his eyes seem sad. You smile back, knowing what a gift he's just given you. I mean, it's kind of shitty because you can't really do anything with it, but it means a lot. That's really mean. I would have been so happy. Not to you though, to someone else. Still, cool gift. You both search for something to say, anything to talk about. During the awkward silence, you look around the dump, spotting some kind of ritual table stained with blood and littered with various bottles. Nearby is what looks like some dangerous potions. What was this ancient cult up to? Looking to shake up this date. Is this a date? Yikes. Anyways, looking to shake it up, you approach the potions and pick up the fanciest one. So what will we do next? Get the freaking cat hair out of my nose? Let's mix them up. You take the potions and start mixing them. Wraith will probably like a science lesson, right? Your new mixture starts to smoke as Wraith's eyes go wild. The glass explodes, taking out the other bottles in a domino effect of highly poisonous liquid and tiny sharp shrapnel. Wraith runs in front of you and shields you from the explosion. Wow, you certainly know how to make sparks fly. Whoa, Wraith with a double entendre. Kinda lame, but I'll take it. Wraith nervously smiles. He's endearingly awkward. So, I guess, tell me about your family. I remember my grandmother. Not much, but she had this certain smell that always made me feel safe. If it's possible for inky blackness to sparkle, it happens in Wraith's eyes. I remember my grandmother too. How she kept me safe. The wrinkles in her hands as she held on to me for dear life. How she soothed me during Wraith's eyes water as he trails off. Grandmothers are the best of us. I'm so glad we share that bond. The sexual tension in the air is palpable. Or maybe it's just regular tension. Hard to tell with this guy. You look around for anything to distract you. It sure is a beautiful night. Hoping it might turn into something a little more hands-on. You lay back and look at the stars. Wraith joins you and starts about the constellations. I can see well in the dark, so I'm pretty good at picking stars out. How about you? You think you can take me on in constellation trivia? Feeling invigorated by this slightly flirtatious challenge, you smirk playfully at Wraith. I've learned a lot laying on my back. Looking up at the sky, that is. Okay, then let's see how many of these questions you get right. Question the first. The constellation roughly translates to sea whale, and it's located in a region of the sky alongside other water-related constellations. That's not a constellation. Wraith cocks an eyebrow, perhaps realizing he's underestimated you. You smile proudly. Okay, maybe you just got lucky. Okay, question the second. What do we call the constellations located in the ecliptic, or path of the sun? That one? The zodiac? Wraith shrugged. Okay, you got it, but that was a pretty easy one. I don't know any of this. Last question, question the third. This constellation was first described by Nicolas Louis de Caille, and roughly translates to pendulum cloud. I said that in Spanish, probably. I'm not gonna lie. I don't speak... That's definitely French, and I don't speak French. I speak Spanish. We'll go with this one. Wraith nods, impressed. Okay, I thought that was tough, but you got it. Good job. I'm a great guesser. Great job. You got all three right. We got another nerd on the island. That was fun. Thank you. You feel like you're finally warming up with Wraith, so you unleash the big gun. You want to play Truth or Dare? Wraith looks mortified, but tries to keep it together. Maybe this is progress. I guess so. But only if I could ask first. Truth or dare? Well, let's go with dare first. I'll take a dare. I dare you to tell me if you were a plant, what kind of plant would you be? That's not a dare! Wraith, come on, that's not a dare. That's clearly just a lame question you were gonna ask me if I'd chosen truth. No, it wasn't, but, I can try to come up with a dare. More hemming and hawing from Wraith. He sure has mastered the art of looking uncomfortable. Okay, next time you see Trapper, spank his butt. You cackle. Deal! Okay, dare. Take off your shirt. Stop me if you've heard this one before, but Wraith sighs. Well, if I didn't want to take it off in the pool, why would I now? Because I'm adorable. Wraith looks at you inscrutably, like the computer chip running him shut off. Is he about to kill you? And then another sigh, but this time he follows it up with a smile. Oh, alright. Ladies and gentlemen, Wraith takes off his shirt. Feels like a big moment, like you won the game or something. But no, you got a lot more game left, sorry. You applaud him as he blushes. He quickly puts his shirt back on and smiles, reinvigorated. Wraith clears his throat, in the way that a lazy rider would make him do if they wanted to signify something important and different was coming up. Let's see if we're right. Do you have my belt? I want to show you something. We were right. Take a drink? Is this not a drinking game? Damn, missed opportunity. Of course I have it. You reach for it, but it's gone. Wraith furrows his brow. I swear I had it. I don't know what could have happened. We'll need to find it But Claudette and Dwight burst in and interrupt. It seems like they have a very dramatic announcement. We have a very dramatic announcement. See? Told you. But it needs to take place at the beach. You arrive at the beach, but something feels off. Why is it silent? Why did it go silent? You can't quite put your finger on it, but you feel uneasy and cold. And here's why. Spirit appears as if from nowhere. Hey, Jaycee, bet you didn't expect to see this hot piece of sass. What? Goth girlfriends can't make silly, sexy puns from time to time? Dwight and Claudette, scram. Yeah, I use these two simpletons to dupe you. You're really easy to dupe. Maybe because, deep down, you wanted to be duped. There's no way Wraith can be making you happy. Spirit's usual disaffected nature is given way to some combination of disgusted and desperation. It's kind of working. Wraith's a fake. He's not even a real ghost. He only pretends he doesn't want people to care about him, but really, that's all he wants. He wants it more than anything. Ugh. Can you imagine wanting something? So cringe. I bet he won't even tell you his theory about this island. What a fake. You deserve to be with someone real. A real ghost. Someone who really doesn't give a shit. Someone who doesn't even care if you say yes or no to me. What a hypocrite. If you really don't care, why did you go through all the trouble to win me over? You storm off back to Wraith. As you walk away, Spirit mutters something under her breath. Knowing her, it's almost certainly about revenge. You came back. No one ever comes back. Wraith is shook. Are those tears welling up in his eyes? Me too, buddy. Except I have something in my eye. You can't tell because he looks away. There's a sniffle and he looks back at you, beaming. I want to show you something. You follow Wraith to a corner of the ruins that you haven't seen. He brushes aside some dead leaves and branches, revealing a hatch in the ground. Is this my escape? Want to do the honors? You open the hatch with some effort and lower yourself into a long tunnel, grabbing onto a rusty ladder and beginning your descent. Be careful. You descend into a spooky, dimly lit room. It looks like an ancient ritual chamber with torches, tapestries, engraved skulls, and animal remains. On one end is a set of intricately carved locks and cuff mechanisms on a wall. A torture area? On the other side is a table with potions, books, and maps. I think we have to look at all of them. You unfurl one of the larger rolled up pieces of canvas, revealing a detailed map of the island. It's all here. Trapper's Cave, Spirit's Lighthouse, Huntress's Cabin. All of the common areas, even IP Island up in the corner with little hearts drawn around it. I figured out the layout of the entire island. I need to know what it is I'm trying to escape from. Look at the book. You pick up one of the larger leather-bound books and Wraith walks over, opening it to a specific page. You see incantations, symbols, and a drawing of someone chained to the wall. A different language you can't read, except for the words Cult of the Black Veil. Conveniently, those words are exactly in the language you can read. From everything I've found, I think these are the ruins of an ancient cult. They seem to be devoted to some type of sentient evil. I think they used this island, or maybe the person they worshipped did, and I think they used this ritual site to travel to and from the island. I think they sacrificed people on this torture wall in order to open some portal out of here. You walk over to the wall and examine the chains and locks. It looks like some kind of torture wall. Wow, what happened to the people here? Did they keep prisoners? It looks like they were tortured, but from what I've been able to dig up, it was something more. Ritualistic, serving a larger purpose. I have reason to believe those prisoners weren't alive for long. Do you think the Cult of the Black Veil is still around? Are we in danger? I don't know, maybe, but I have a plan. All we need, and right as you're finally about to get some of that sweet, sweet information you've been lusting after, Claudette and Dwight pop in again. This time they swear it's for good reason. I promise we're not being manipulated this time, honest. It's time for dinner, you silly gooses. Come get some food. Dwight! For the last time, the plural of goose is geese. Sorry, I keep forgetting. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining. And that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you really are feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner. including Trickster. We're not going to do the gag where we cram them all on screen at the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here, and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone's being careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you are that the 4 are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Trapper seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do anything better than that. If I'm dining solo, I'm eating what I want, and you're all eating it too. Lamb shank, rare, salt, pepper, no sauces allowed, and serve it with one single piece of broccoli so Wraith won't complain. I like broccoli. Gives me horrible gas. Oh, I don't like that. Buddy, wait till you smell what rare lamb does to my bowels. It's awesome. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You've had an interesting day, that's for sure, but how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little and it could affect your standing with the group. Okay, but don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing's not an option. Well, first off, I just want to say, true to your word, you leap up, run over to the Trapper, and smack his ass hard. You walk back to your seat, smiling at Wraith. He stifles a giggle. I don't know what just happened, but I didn't not like it. Look at that happy face. Like, look how happy he is. Anyways, yeah, I spent some time with Wraith today. It was fun. We had a great time. We played Constellation Trivia. The whole thing left me starry-eyed. Everyone rolls their eyes. Talk about sexy. No, really. If you're gonna tell us a story, talk about something sexy instead of whatever that was. Wraith smiles. You're strangely good at getting him to do that. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they're all very tired. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bony appetit. Don't you mean bon? No. Almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? I want to thank them. Dwight and Claudette are doing a great job. Your top-notch service is much appreciated. Everyone, if you'd please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen. Something that'll change everything. You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice, tough cookies. Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes. Because of childhood trauma involving fire. And finally, everyone starts moving towards the fire pit, if only to get away from Wraith's complaining. You take a seat on the comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think. Are they allowed to simply place my thoughts in my mind like this? It doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing's probably not a great sign. Cool. And now everyone's looking at you. So, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story? Or we could play charades? Boggle? Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing could do? Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating up. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, threaten to burn us all alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. JC was about to make an important decision about telling us a story or not. I'm not the storytelling type. Why? Do you have something to hide? You're telling us you don't have a single story in your entire life? So sad. Truly, humanity has reached its crumbling... I can't read. I just want to hear your voice. Look how cute he is! Why are you being like this? Because you're all much better storytellers than I. Look at you, wooing everyone without offending anyone. The killers blush, flattered, except Spirit. She sees through you, sorry. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end there. So who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. We heard from Wraith last time, Spirit doesn't like me very much. Trapper also doesn't like me very much. I don't know how Huntress feels. Let's go with Trapper, actually. Trapper surprises everyone by immediately stepping up and unironically taking an orator's posture. I don't know how to read. There was a young man who loved his young wife and the child they had. Gave the lovebirds a happy life. But one day, the couple went out for a swim. Mother didn't return. The boy only had him. Some said the currents took her away, yet others said different. Pointed the husband's way. For the young man was fearless, cunning, and smart, and he had many goals, both grand and bold. Easier, they'd say, done with a fresh start. A wife with her own dreams wouldn't help him at all. Lucky for him, hers drowned in the streams. Neighbors only whispered, though, of a crime so great, for no one ever accused him, lest they meet the same fate. That was different. How do you react to this performance? I'm not going to say anything. What? No reaction? Really? That's your play? I'm nervous for you. After that, I'm nervous for us all. Fair. I wouldn't want you to fake a reaction. Didn't see that coming. These killers are such wild cards. How was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off of any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Chasey, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay. You have fun tonight and try not to end up dead. I can't wink. Why did you say the words wink wink out loud? What kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident. And you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for the Spirit. She doesn't really belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear someone trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, enough of the burns things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran far from this place as we could? Just you and me. On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded Jay-Z is after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's just because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice, and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives or, some special projects we might have going. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off with for an evening's activity? I'm just saying, you might not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murderous Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either. But with this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, ugh, that guy. I'm gonna go with Wraith, that's who I'm after right now. Wraith? I knew you'd never pick me, who am I kidding? But I did pick you. Wraith immediately turns and runs away. It's not like he didn't tell you what you were getting into. Well, follow him. You catch up to Wraith, and as usual, he appears a little anxious. Hey, you seem a little off. What's wrong? Wraith stops and tries not to look at you. After a moment, he relaxes. You can tell, huh? You, must be getting to know me pretty well. There's that big sigh again. Sorry, sometimes I get too into my head. You nod understandingly. Well, maybe there's some way we can get you out of there. Suggest getting down and dirty in the sand or throwing a frisbee. Let's get down and dirty. We're on a beach. Maybe we should get down and dirty in the sand. It would be a shame to let it all go to waste. And just to make sure there's no confusion about your intentions, you wink. That'll work. There's no way Wraith will misinterpret this. I guarantee he will. That's a great idea. But maybe we can both keep clean if I go grab Dwight and get him dirty instead. As Wraith runs off to kidnap Dwight for some nefarious purpose, the narrator looks at you and smirks. Yes, the narrator's so smug about being right that they are now talking in the third person. Alright, I get it, you're right. Wraith returns with an exhausted-looking Dwight and some shovels, and you realize you will now be burying Dwight in the sand and making a sand sculpture around his head. Look, I know this isn't what you had in mind, but still seems kind of fun. Okay, what sand sculpture do you want to build? This isn't what I meant. I actually meant we should fool around in the sand, like the two of us. Wraith is confused. Like us, no clothes, in the sand, doing stuff, sexy stuff. But the sand will get everywhere. Well, no, we would use a blanket. Oh, then why didn't you say that? I was just trying to be smooth, I guess. Oh, cool. Well, good job. Thanks. Okay, well, let's bury Dwight. Okay, what sand sculpture do you want to build? Let's make him into a mermaid. I tried my best. Let's make Dwight a mermaid. Yes! Just like Mommy. You dig a hole the size of a person. This is truly a Dead by Daylight experience, isn't it? Once it's big enough, an unenthused Dwight gets in and you pile sand on him up to his neck. You put the finishing touches on Dwight. Wraith takes out a Polaroid camera and takes a pic at the three of you. He's all smiles. Dwight looks miserable. Wow, that really relaxed me. Thank you. Oh wow, it's so late. Time flies when you're on a date with the coolest person on the island. Oh, this is a date? Wraith smiles and rolls his eyes. Come on, let's get back to the group. As you start to leave, you hear Dwight whimper. High tide's gonna come in. I'm gonna drown. I'm gonna help him. You're trying to impress the killer, but that doesn't mean you can let Dwight drown. You quickly dig around Dwight's neck and shoulders until you can free an arm. Rest is up to you. I gotta run. Thank you, Jay-Z. You jog to catch up to your date. Wraith turns to you, smiling sheepishly. Wow, this day went by so fast, but I guess it's over. I don't understand. Why is it... You strange, beautiful weirdo. The gang's all together again on the volleyball court. It seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines, watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was? Oh. Feels like I've been here a lot longer than that, actually. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual nerddom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang. The brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone's gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who Jay-Z chooses. Who's ready for a round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Trapper, why don't you go first? You think you deserve it, even if in this case it's a subtle dig. Stop talking. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, not only in polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, and also the larger meta-narrative of a Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why yes, thank you. I'd love to. So, Jay-Z, you're thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished and rewarded? Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with, I know that. But I can tell you this much, I'm hiding a secret on this island, and that'll make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if you're not a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. Hit us, Spirit. Figuratively. Damn it, Dwight, you gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. That's it. If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what these guys do all day. Do you want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay then. So hydrate tonight if you intend to hang out with the spirit. Great. Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning a nice, atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing. Go away. Then, boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? Guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing, because it's clear already that you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious. I like it. Sorry, anyway. Wraith? Well, I don't know. I'd really prefer to just tell Jay-Z privately. I don't really know how that's going to work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to Jay-Z? Wraith considers this for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow, we have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you what I've been working on. It's going to be really special, the kind of thing where we'll really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. And maybe then we can go on a real date. You done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now, go dream about all these swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make a choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? Oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who is already teetering on the edge of a psychological break and giving them a little push. Hold up, has this been a survival dating competition parody this entire time and I'm just now finding out about it? Come on, the signs were there. You just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. It's now time to eliminate one of the killers. Oof, that's like a butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but can you break their heart? Do you dare to even try? You mean? That's right. Tomorrow, one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? But why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classic reversal of fate? And it'll hurt someone's feelings. Someone dangerous. What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'd see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats, and I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. Ugh, if you get rid of Wraith, he might cry. And although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable, it just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress? She might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. So, which sociopath are you eliminating? Well, it's not going to be Wraith. Definitely not Spirit, just in the off chance. I can't stand the Trapper. That is a sin for me to say, and I'm so sorry, but I can't stand the Trapper. And the Huntress is kind of annoying also, but I think I'm going to eliminate Trapper. This was very simple. Trapper, you scared the living shit out of me. You're eliminated. That's fair. Honestly though, I don't care. You suck. But not in a good way. You bore me. You personality-free maggot. It wouldn't even be fun to kill you. Which I was totally going to do tomorrow the first chance I got. So really, this is a win-win for both of us. Still might kill you though. Out of principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open and have fun on your date tomorrow. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you've left behind. Because, of course, they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Jay-Z when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our eliminated player home with their own mostly new Trickster body pillow. The next best thing to the real Trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right, it's Dwight tested. Claudette approved. I hope you sleep well tonight, Jay-Z. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? No, not because of guilt. I mean, knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule, schedule, schedule. Oh my god, it's the end of day 2. I'm so grateful. I need to step away. I really do. I'm so tired. And this game is definitely stressing me out just a tad bit. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And tell me if you want a part 3. I've been getting like insane amounts of messages from my friends and people who have watched this video wanting a part 2. So part 3 is definitely probably in the book. Just depends on when I can get time to record it because it just does something to my head. But yeah, day 3, hopefully we'll get around to eventually. I do want to finish this series. It is just super hard on my brain, like legitimately, it's like psychologically messing with me. I will see you guys next time.